Hello everybody, it's Katie and welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Lake Tekapo and we are hiking up the Mount John Walkway, I believe that is called. You can see the lake behind us and it's a crisp 3 degrees today, so I've got scarf, hat, I've got gloves in my pocket and a solid winter coat on. It's amazing that this is only about 2.5-ish hours from Christchurch, 2 to 3 hours, and there's snow everywhere. So I think this hike is more, or trek, whatever you decide to call it, is more of a moderate, and I think it'll make it more difficult that we're walking on the snow, but I'm excited to see the views of the lake. So right now we're going clockwise, so we'll go kind of back up behind the mountain right now, and then on the other side, the way back down of the loop, we'll be walking along the lake. The first of many incredible views. You can't tell, but the water is so blue. Oh, it's gorgeous. Into the woods we go. This time we took some of your advice and packed a day backpack. I have an extra pair of pants in there, and we have some sandwiches and water, of course, and gloves and other things to keep us warm. We knew that this walk would be a little bit more chilly, obviously, because we knew it was going to be in the snow. So we wanted to make sure we were prepared. So this is definitely an uphill track. We've been going for, I think, a half an hour, and all of it has been uphill. We just keep thinking, because I keep slipping, well, if I fall and break a limb, at least I'm covered under the ACC, which is the accident coverage here in New Zealand. Some fun news, Keaton's Essential Skills visa came back, which is super exciting because that allows him to work in New Zealand for 3 years, and that means he's also covered by the healthcare system here. Mine, unfortunately, is still waiting on some medical information. I have to go see a cardiologist because the initial immigration panel doctor found a heart murmur that I've never had in my entire life. So that's kind of annoying. But I have my appointment here coming up, and then hopefully once that gets submitted and it's all clear, I will also get a partner work visa, and then I can find a job, which is super exciting for me. What else is new? I think that's it. I took off my scarf because I was getting warm. Still have the big coat on, just unzipped it. But holy cow, it just keeps going and going and going and going. After my visa comes in, my partner work visa comes in, we'll be able to submit for the residence visa, and then we can be here permanently and leave the country as many times as we want. Not that we want to up and leave, but we can obviously go visit our family in America, or maybe Fiji, or we have friends in Japan that we'd love to go see. And of course, we have a lot of friends in Australia, so we're excited to get the clearance to travel around a bit more. But for now, we are very much enjoying traveling around New Zealand. There's so much to see, and the fact that we can just come up here for a weekend is a little unreal for us, as we were pretty landlocked in the States. And if you wanted to go from where we were, if you wanted to go up into the mountains or anything like that, it was like an 8-ish hour drive to Colorado. And so having this just a short 2.5 to 3 hours away is really cool for us. We are finally out of the forest area. You can see the mountains back there and the sun. I'm a big fan of the sun, but I'm not sure really where we go from here. We'll just keep looping around. I'm excited to get to the curve where we start walking along the lake. Okay, so we must be some of the first people to go on this trail after it snowed because the path is just that small. I can't only imagine how much easier this trail is if it hadn't snowed, but it's so much more beautiful when it's snowed. Like, look at that. The camera does not do it justice at all. It's stunning again. So pretty. I'm getting so much snow in my boots. These boots, or these hiking shoes, are the On brand. Like, the brand is called On, O-N. And they're great to hike in. I will say I've slipped quite a few times on the ice, so I wouldn't necessarily say they're snow boots. Keaton's boots are Hoka's.
Yep.
And they're doing a little bit better with the snow. My shoes were great on every other hike. It's just the ice and the snow, I think, that they're not exactly built for. They are waterproof, though. And so I love that about them. I don't have to worry if I step in a lake or something, or water, or need to cross anywhere. Water won't get in them. It's just the snow getting in from the top by my socks. But I've got long socks on, so my feet are staying warm. I think we're just about, you can see the lake there, but I think we're just about to turn the corner and start walking actually along the lake. You didn't even bounce or fall in. Oh my gosh, that must be hard snow. You're crazy. Are you alive? Oh! Meanwhile, I just fell so deep into the snow. You gonna stay there, rest a while? Want my gloves? We just read that little inscription over there, and it said that this building right back here used to be a U.S. Air Force telescope or satellite base. Of course, I don't remember now that I'm taking a video, but that's pretty cool. But now the observatory is up here, and now the U.S. satellite has been absorbed into that observatory and is run and owned by the University of Canterbury. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of fun to read that the U.S. had something over here, and now we got to see it. More uphill to go. There's not as many tracks here. Those are Keaton's tracks, so it's a little bit harder to pick up. oopsies, and went in the wrong direction. So we had to backtrack a bit to find the track, the correct track again. As I said before, it's really snowy. I'm not sure when the last snow was, but it's hard to see the trails because not many people have walked it since the fresh snow. If I'm being completely honest, I don't even think we are actually on the actual trail, because there's where the snow has moved, there's like rocks and things, and I think the trail would either be like actual gravel, not necessarily paved, but not giant boulders. But we have the All Trails app, which has helped us get back on track. And then I should have paid attention to it when we turned the wrong way, but that app guides us around the trail even though we can't see it, which is nice. We might just be slightly off because of the location on that it's sensing on my phone or whatever. So we are now back on the right track. Added quite a bit of time to our journey though. I think we're like 3.8 kilometers in, or we've been walking for 3.8 kilometers. The whole walkway is supposed to be 8 kilometers in total, but since we made an oops, obviously we're gonna be going a little bit more than that. We've already been going for, let me check, an hour and 45 minutes, and I think the whole thing is supposed to take us like 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes, something like that. So obviously we've still got a bit to go, and that oopsies just added a bit more time. Oh, the water is so beautiful. It's so blue. I'm just so amazed. It's a lighter, oh my gosh. I just fell so hard. I just fell so hard on the rock. Oh my gosh. But at least it's pretty to look at. And I needed a break anyways, so at least I'm already on the ground. This track is no joke. The All Trails app says that it is a moderate track. I would say in the winter when it is full of snow, it's most definitely difficult. By now, my socks are completely wet and they're just kind of squishing in my shoes, unfortunately. But the view is still beautiful. We still have quite a bit to go. I can't wait for a very large coffee at the end of this. We finally made it out. It got pretty tiring after the last bit of turn. On the All Trails app, it says that we were moving for a total time of 2 hours and 47 minutes. But total time it took to complete was 3 hours and 19. So clearly we took some breaks here and there. And I am just happy to see our car get these wet socks off and go get a really warm coffee. We made a pit stop at the Church of the Good Shepherd, which is an iconic place to visit in Lake Tekapo. And they have Sunday worship at 4 p.m. on Sundays, and then they have Mass at 6 p.m. on the last Sunday of the month, every month, which would be really cool to attend in there.